Daybreak. The Daybreak Show.
What exactly was the enabling act that brought all this agency of government into being? And the law must have stipulated what they were designed for and what they were supposed to achieve. Commercialization might look like a book or statement. If it is a worthy public-private enterprise, you expect them to make maximum profit. But this one is set up by government, and government is putting much more money into sustaining the body. You expect that they have to be judicious, they have to be accountable, and they have to be trustworthy. It's a position of trust, and they cannot afford to betray the trust of government. And those of us who are citizens of Nigeria, we have a yearning, we have an expectation. The best is that they have to serve diligently and they must be accountable. The posture of government in this respect, one thing to vary to asking them to generate and make profit, is not a wrong idea. Nigeria in the past had actually run a sustainable government, and we find out that every procedures of government has been a channel through accountability, and we saw a return. Let's now take a look at the Nigeria before the independence. Each of the regions actually had what they produced, and people were charged with the responsibility of managing those enterprises, were accountable, and today legacies were left behind, and that is what we are leveraging upon. If the government is looking at Neco, Jamb and the National Board of Technical Education, and government is asking them to bring something onto the table, we must be apt in our position. The government is not faulty, but the government has a problem because feared and their posture now look aggressive. They should look into the Enabling Act and let us begin to bring into play what the law states, and not just say, well, we just suddenly discover. They must walk back into the arms of government that are charged with the responsibility of enacting law. Let them look at the Enabling Act. If there is a defect, then let us correct it, and let there be a law. It should not be on the premise of a directive. A directive is not sustainable in the court of law. But let every procedure of government be backed up by the law, and then we'll know that we have a law, and those who are in that office are surely going to work within the ambit of the law. And if there is any room for them to do whatever they think is contrary to the law appropriately, the law is an ours and they can be taken care of. If there is money there, it is not meant for a few individuals to just mismanage the money. It's a commonwealth. Some individuals should not just take hold of the commonwealth of Nigeria and squander the resources. If that much is being generated by Jamb, I think what is needful for the poor masses who are yearning to write exam and gain admission into higher institutions, the government should use that money in part as a subsidy for whatever they are doing in registration and in the conduct of the examination. Bearing in mind, this is a government that has to be responsible and a government that ought to provide services. Whatever accrues in terms of all other expenses having been expended, then whatever is accruing to them, it should not be looked at as a gain. I, as a member of ASU, will rather require that a fraction of that money that they make every year should, like the ETF fund, should be set apart to augment the facilities in all the sisters institutions that are collaborators with the examination body. If the ETF money is being set apart and that is used to run facilities within the universities, making funds available for library, for laboratories, if all these exam bodies too are generating so much money, then such money should not just only be returned into the coffer of our government. Part of the money, a fraction of it, should be set apart to assist the very institutions that are going to be on the receiving end of students who are coming in. So part of the money and what ETF is generating to also be added to whatever they are generating in percentage in tax, to also be added to what ETF is having, so that there could be much money to ameliorate the problem within the university. I mean, the need for a collective will. That is ensuring we have a standard and a sustainable academic system. Nigeria presently, we are running a moribund system of education. Students have been at home for over 9 90 days or thereabout, and a parastatal under the watchdog of this government is having so much to the tune of 7 or so billion. Professor Isiaq Oloyede has been forthright in returning the money to coffer. What about NAFDAC and all the rest? Are they supposed to take the Commonwealth and share? Or may I ask the question, are some individuals somewhere benefiting from whatever is the proceed that they intend to keep away? If the government is bold and honest, then let's let the car bear. How much are you generating? You are being sustained, you are being run. You have no right to hold back the resources. All those who are responsible at the helm of affairs should look at the need of Nigeria as a collective entity and not satisfy a few minorities.
Daybreak. The Daybreak Show.